Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. I'm going to talk about how Microsoft Teams can work well with GitHub Actions for ChatOps Challenge. My name is Justin from Microsoft, working as a senior cloud advocate. Here are my GitHub handle, Twitter handle, and my blog. So, we are going to talk about GitHub Actions. It's really good for the continuous deployment, which doesn't need gating. But let's think about this. What if we need to implement continuous delivery, which requires approval or some sort of pause? Approval gate feature is one of the pauses used in the continuous delivery approach. Unfortunately, GitHub Actions workflow doesn't have this feature, like approval gate, yet. Therefore, we need to implement this feature by ourselves. Where do you think these approvals happen? Largely, it is hosted within the organization's collaboration tools or messaging tools. From this perspective, Microsoft Teams is a perfect candidate to implement this approval gate feature. In other words, we are going to use Microsoft Teams for ChatOps. Through the GitHub Actions workflow, we can send messages to Teams, and within the Teams channel, managers can push the button for approval. So let's have a look at this screenshot. After publishing the artifact to the Azure Blob Storage, this workflow has sent a message to Microsoft Teams using this action. At the same time, the message has come up to the channel, which is really great. However, the real value of this ChatOps is this button. When I click this button, it sends a signal back to GitHub Actions to invoke the rest of deployment process. And finally, the artifact has been published to the production. The deployment result has been captured as a reply of this conversation thread. This is the real power of ChatOps, and my GitHub Actions make this possible. As I showed off, this Microsoft action enables developers implement the approval gate. There are around 10 actions related to Microsoft Teams nowadays, but when I published mine, it was the only one. Yes, mine was the first ever GitHub Actions for Microsoft Teams. The most successful factor of this action is that it sends messages to Teams with virtually any format. In other words, the message format is fully customizable as long as it follows the message schema. But at the same time, it has become a drawback because it gives too much freedom setting up the message format. So the first challenge of this action is templating. This action should allow predefined templates so that only relevant parameters can fill up the message. And this is another challenge. I chose C# to write this action. Therefore, I had to use Docker action, but it means that this action only runs on the Linux runner, not on Windows or Mac, due to the current limitation. Therefore, this is the second challenge, that it should be running on all runner platforms. The current version of this action is 0.8. I hope when it becomes version 1, it will sort out these two limitations. I would say that the current version of 0.8 is fully working perfectly, but has those two challenges. The document for this section is pretty straightforward and well written. But if you still want to know where to start, I would recommend you visiting those two links as your starting point. The first one is a sample workflow, and the second link is the Teams message structure reference. I have also written the several blog posts about GitHub Actions, which will help you understand it. Yep, this is for now. If you have any questions around this Teams action, please reach out to me through social media or blog. Thank you.